Several gradebook reports and reporting options are available to select from. Let's review the available gradebook reports. The gradebook reports can be accessed through the teacher portal under View All Reports, where a variety of reports can be accessed, and apply the filter to look up just the gradebook reports. Or from anywhere within the gradebook, in the gradebook header under Reports. Let's take a look at some of the type of reports to choose from. There are gradebook overview reports that look at the gradebook as a whole, but do not filter down to the student's specific level. These reports would be the gradebook final mark analysis, which shows the tally by final mark received in the class, or the gradebook assignment analysis, that shows the gradebook assignments and the statistical analysis for the class, and how they performed overall on each specific assignment. For gradebook overview reports that look at the student's specific level, the gradebook summary and the gradebook summary export to Excel allow you to look at many students and assignment scores within a gradebook at one time. For individual student gradebook reports, you can email or print gradebook status for each student, a targeted group of students, or just one student. Gradebook assignments by student will show the gradebook assignment scores and details. Gradebook missing assignments will show only the assignments that have a blank score. A gradebook roster is available to print for each gradebook, which will allow the teacher to have an assignment sheet to record scores or make notes on by hand to note participation, etc. Teachers can also run progress reports, which show how the students are doing in other classes the student is currently enrolled in. Progress reports can be a class comparison against other subjects, or for a specific student to view the complete gradebook summary. Let's take a look at some basic reporting options. Report format is how do you want to look at this information. You have the option to create the report as a PDF, RTF, XLS, or TXT. A PDF is a traditional as-is report. RTF is similar to a Word document and can easily be manipulated. XLS translates the report into Microsoft Excel, which will allow you to run different analysis interpretations of the report. The TXT option saves the report as a text file, which could be used to open a report with different types of programs. Report delivery is how you will receive the report. You can have the report process and email you when it's complete, either as an attachment or embedded into the email. Selecting none means don't email it, just create the report and open it. Let's look at the report options for the gradebook overview reports. Let's look at the final mark analysis first. The gradebook final mark analysis report is a bar graph of final marks for students and can include one or more gradebooks in the comparison, and apply the overall analysis to one report, incorporating all gradebooks selected. So you may want to run this report a few ways: all gradebooks in a subject, evaluating the same curriculum and level, and then the individual gradebooks. The print plus and minuses will allow each level of a final mark to stand separately. With the option not selected, final marks with a plus or minus will not tally separately and just reference the letter grade. I also have the option to include inactive students. For this report, I included my 3 Advanced Algebra CP classes and looked at the classes as a whole. But now I can run the report for individual periods to see if the trends differed between the classes. The gradebook assignment analysis is used to calculate and display various statistical analysis of the scores of assignments for selected gradebooks. This report displays one gradebook per page if multiple gradebooks are selected and does not combine gradebook statistics. The Include Scores of 0 option will include or exclude assignments with a score of 0 from the statistical analysis. If you mark students who do not complete the assignment with a 0, then adding this filter may skew the analysis of the assignment compared to the class completion average. This report is sorted by assignment number, looks at the category, the description of the assignment or the title, maximum number correct, whether the assignment was marked grading completed, the highest score, lowest score, the class average, the middle score, the most frequently received score, and the deviations. The Gradebook Summary Report is a student detailed report of your gradebook. The student detail reports appear with the following report option structure. Notice there are two tabs at the top of the screen, a tab to select the gradebooks, and an Options tab which controls the print options for the gradebook. The Gradebook Summary by default will select all assignments as noted here. Since I was in my Period 3 gradebook, it defaulted to select the Period 3 gradebook. To deselect all assignments, click the minus sign. To select all assignments, click the plus sign. Clicking in the checkbox can select or deselect assignments from the report. You can select as many or few gradebooks to print at one time. When printing multiple gradebooks, I start at the bottom to select gradebooks and desired assignments, so I don't have to scroll down the page as the selected gradebooks expand. There's an option to show the category summary for all students, which appears at the top of the page. And if you are limiting the assignments to print, you have the option to only print the category summary of the selected assignments. The Options tab will allow you to retitle the report, include students that are no longer active in the gradebook, print the student grade level, overall percentage, the grade mark associated with the percentage, the class average for the assignment, and the assignment description, or title, which will appear as a key toward the end of the report. Show Student Info is how the student will be identified on the report. By default, it is the student name, but you have the option to identify the student by student number, or the school-specific number, the home telephone number, or student ID, which is considered the student's permanent ID number. The other drop-down option is the Report List Sort method, or the sequence the students will appear on the summary. Student name is considered alphabetically or numerically, depending on the Show Student Info option selected, or have the report print in order from highest to lowest overall score. The only difference between the Gradebook Summary and the Gradebook Summary Export to Excel is the Output option, or report format. Gradebook Summary offers the traditional or common report options, but Export to Excel offers an Excel-friendly version of the report to analyze. This is a sample of the Gradebook Summary. Notice the assignment number on the top, the number of points the assignment was worth, students' individual scores, the assignment descriptions appear on a separate page. The category summary is also a separate page. For individual student gradebook reports, a few additional options will display. Along with selecting the gradebook and assignments, you now have the option to select specific students as well. This report defaults to select only active students, but if I want to include my inactive students, I can select the plus sign to include all students in the gradebook, both active and inactive. I'm going to leave all students selected, but I want to send a specific message to my students in danger of receiving a low grade. Without identifying those students by name in the Student Select box, I'm going to select the targeted students within my print option parameters. I'm going to send a specific message to the students who currently have a 72% or below in my classes. Notice the report print options are slightly different for the individual student report. I can still retitle the report, add a comment to the targeted students, show the gradebook summary of categories, show a signature line for the parent to sign and return, and I can opt to show a check mark instead of the assignment score. I can sort the individual student report by assignment number or in sequence by category. And if I'm printing the report, I can have the students sorted alphabetically, by my custom sort order, or by the student's permanent ID number. I can now generate a hard copy report or email these reports to the specific student's associated email addresses in the system. The missing assignment report has an additional option to print only the students with missing assignments, which will look for students who have blank scores on any assignment marked grading completed. The gradebook roster prints student rosters from gradebook lists, showing optional student information in a series of blank columns. Click on the gradebook name to select one or many gradebooks. Selected gradebooks will highlight in blue. Change the report title and select the information to print for each student, including the student's grade level, home phone number, home address city, the student's birth date, the parent guardian on file, their student alias, and students no longer active in the gradebook. Remember, the more options you select, the less room you will have for blank boxes to write in on the page. The number of empty boxes is per student. By default, the report will add 10 equally spaced blank columns for each student. Extra lines gives additional blank rows at the bottom of the report to allow for new students to be written in as they transfer into your gradebook. The height of the detail line is the size of the student's boxes. The more rows, the bigger the box to write in for each student. The header row height size is the size of the column title, so the teacher can write in and easily identify the name or describe the column assignment or value. Sort the gradebook roster as preferred, either alphabetically, by custom sort order, or by the student's permanent ID number. In addition to the student name, you have the option to print the student's permanent ID number, the local school number, or not to include any identification number. The progress reports are at the bottom of the report option list. Progress by class allows a teacher to view on a single report how students are doing in all their subjects. Select one or many gradebooks to compare progress to. My gradebooks are listed in the upper left corner. I want to look at my third period algebra class. By default, all the students in my third period algebra class are selected. I can either clear that option and select only a few, select all students if I've deselected them, or select or unselect individual students. Selected items will highlight in blue. This checkbox allows you to see the other teacher's gradebooks. To limit the gradebooks to select from, only view gradebooks active on a specific date. Title the report, and select whether you want to view the overall score, known as the percentage, the final mark, or both. For an individual student progress report, I can opt to include a signature line, add a comment, and print only one student per page. This concludes our review of the report options you have for your Aries gradebook. For more information on other aspects of the gradebook, please review our documentation or view the specific videos for each topic.